Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 3s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is body parts and decision making. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. Remember, sanitizing actually keeps us safe from any illnesses. So, let us try and sanitize as regularly as possible. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about emotions, computation, and reading. To start our lessons, boys and girls, we are going to go to page 17. On page 17, we are going to be talking about my emotions and I. Now, when someone is speaking, they're speaking about either what they think or what was said. If someone is speaking, we usually say that they have a speech bubble. When we write it down, we want to know exactly what that person said, and so we use a speech bubble. Inside a speech bubble, we have what are called inverted commas. These inverted commas allow us to know what the person said. Now, as you can see, on one side, there is a story or a short explanation. And then on the other side, we have boxes that are coming from someone's mouth. That person is talking about their emotions or how they feel about something. The first example that I want to give you is on the board. Now, we can tell, or every time that we have a lesson, we know that we're supposed to look this side for a little either bug or person. Our little friend, our robot friend on the board today, her name is Haley. Now, Haley cannot speak, but if she were to say how she felt, she is feeling very happy because she's saying, enjoy doing page 17. And you can see that Haley has the number 17 on her. So we know that Haley is happy to be with us in the classroom. Now the speech bubble is the one that is used to show what Haley is saying to us. And then inside the speech bubble, we have our inverted commas, what we can say from the beginning to the end of the inverted commas. So you can see that it says Haley said, and then we have our inverted commas, enjoy doing page 17. We open our inverted commas and then we close our inverted speech marks. So remember, inverted speech marks are there to tell us what the person feels or what they are experiencing in terms of emotions. Now, let's take a look back into our exercise and read some of the scenarios so that you can create your own speech bubbles. The first one says, Sarah's little brother fell and hurt his knees. She felt so sad and tried her best to help him and comfort him. So in this case, Sarah is now talking on the other side, and it says, Sarah said, "Oh, you poor thing, let me help you." Now we can tell what Sarah is feeling. She is feeling sorry for her brother for falling. And with the help of the speech bubble, we know exactly what she is saying. Let's now take a look at the other one. It says, when Sam's mother forgot to pick him up from school, he felt sad and angry with her. What did Sam say to her? Now you can see that Sam is sitting in a ball. He doesn't look very happy. So instead of us putting the emotion that he's feeling, which is angry and sad, you have to put what Sam actually said to his mother. So that is your job. The rest of them as well are your job. Please read the story or the scenario first, maybe twice, and then 3 times if you're not sure. Then you fill in what the person said. Take your time with this one because emotions are very important to express with words. We use them every day, and the more we practice using them, the more understood we will be felt. Don't forget to only put them in our inverted commas. I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now, boys and girls, we're going to do a little bit of mathematics on page 18. On page 18, we are going to be doing some sums by adding or subtracting. It is our job to figure out the parts by writing down the correct numbers in the empty boxes. Now, as you can see, we have numbers in boxes, and then we have plus or minus something on an arrow. We need to follow that instruction in order for us to get the answer to put in the box. The first one has been done for you, but only 3 boxes. So now we need to continue. Let us take a look at the board. So I'm going to do the first one with you. We have done already 10 plus 3 will equal 13, and then 13 minus 5 will give us 8. So now we want to find out what 8 plus 6 is. Now, instead of using our fingers only, we have our counters. So I'm also going to be using our counters so that we can keep track. So now we're saying 8 plus 6. So we're going to count on from 8, 6. Let's go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we now know that 8 plus 6 equals 14. So we put our answer in the box. So if 8 plus 6 equals 14, we now need to find out what 14 minus 4 is. So again, we're going to use our counters. We're going to separate 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are the ones we're going to count by saying subtract 4, minus 4. So we're counting backwards from 14. 14 is already there, so we say 13, 12, 11, 10. So our answer, boys and girls, is 10. We are going to write 10 in the box. Now that we know that 14 minus 4 equals 10, the last thing we need to do is find out what 10 plus 8 equals. Again, I'm going to count 8 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I will add them to our 10. 10 is already there, so we say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 is our final answer. So now the whole sum says 10 plus 3 will give us 13. 13 minus 5 will give us 8. 8 plus 6 will give us 14. 14 minus 4 will give us 10. And then 10 plus 8 will give us 18. So this is how we are going to be doing the sums. And it's very important that if you don't use counters, use your fingers as well. Now let's try and do the last one together. The last one, they have given us 13 as the only number. But we need to find out what the number before 13 was. So instead of saying minus 6 or 13, we're going to say 13 plus 6. That way we'll know what the answer was. So we have 13 already and we're going to add 6. Let's put 6 counters aside and then we say 13 is already there. Then we say 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So our number here was 19 or is 19. To be sure, now let's say 19 minus 6. Our answer is supposed to be 13. So if we have 19 and we're taking away 6, we should get 13. Again, we have our 6 counters and this time we are counting backwards from 19. So 19 is already there. Then we say 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. So our answer is correct. Now we can go forward. We can say 13 plus 7. So we look for 7 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we are continuing from 13. 13 is already there. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we are going to write the number 20. And now we say 20 minus 5. So we need 5 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we say we are subtracting, counting backwards. 20 is already there. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. So we are going to write the number 15. After that, we are going to say 15 minus 4. So we need 4 counters. And then we're counting backwards from our 15. 15 is already there. Then we say 14, 13, 12, 11. So our answer is 11. And then lastly, we are going to say 11 plus 8. So we need 8 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 counters. Now we need to count forward because we are adding. And we say 11 is already there. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19 as our final answer. Whew, it's a lot of work, but it is so fun to do. Just make sure you have counters. Mine are made up of simple bottle tops. So you can go out and you can find bottle tops, or you can use your crayons or stones. Just make sure that your counters are safe, grade 3s. Take your time with this exercise. Really follow the instruction of each arrow and you will get your answers. Have fun, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
Now, boys and girls, we are going to end our lesson with a little bit of reading. Let's go to page 19. On page 19, we are going to be doing our vocabulary words and our sight words. The vocabulary words that we have today are beat, help, steal, insult, and kind. Let's talk about what each word means because we want to try and use them as the week goes on. The word beat can mean the beat of the drum and the beat of your heart. When our hearts beat, they make a sound. Usually it's a doo-dum, doo-dum, doo-dum kind of sound. Then we have the word help. Now to help is to assist, to let someone do something for you or to do something for someone without expecting anything in return. That is to help, to assist. Then we have the word steal. Now the word steal means to take something that doesn't belong to you and you have not told the person and you have no intention of bringing it back. The next word that we have is insult. Now insulting is when you say something bad to someone or you call someone a bad word. We try very hard, boys and girls, not to insult each other. And the last word we have is the word kind. When someone is kind, they are good and they show kindness to you. If you help someone, then you are kind. So these are our vocabulary words and I'd like us to use them in the weeks to come for appropriate or the sentences that are related to these words. Let's now move on to our sight words. For our sight words, we are going to be reading the words good, think, let, thank, and right. Now these are words we've already seen before, but we must practice using them in both saying and writing. So try with a friend to make sentences with both your vocabulary words and your sight words. Take your time with this one and you can always go back and practice your reading. I'll see you after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or something is very hard, it's okay to ask for help. Just make sure you finish your work by yourself and remember to practice. Now that we are done with our lesson, we need to sanitize. Sanitizing doesn't mean that you are going to be 100% safe. So you also need to practice good social distancing and as well as using soap and water. Don't forget to wear a mask when you are out in public. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. Sasha and I were going to go and visit a friend of ours because he was going to show us how to brush our teeth nicely. Sashi, are you ready? Wonderful, Sashi. So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.